Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's the next move? Let's find out in the charts here, shall we? Well, Bitcoin, well, on the daily, we're just going sideways, and on the 4 hour, right? Is this a pump? Is this a dump? We're gonna find out more in today's episodes. Hi guys, my name is Davitar Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5, staying alive here in Dubai, and I hope you are all doing well. I'm loving these shows. I'm loving to be a part of this historical time frame as we have a financial asset that's fair and honest called Bitcoin, that we can ensure our wealth in the future and know and be able to plan for our future. You can't plan for your future using dollars. Why is that? Well, because the dollars could inflate to a large number, and you don't know how much you're going to need. You don't know how much dollars you're going to need. And if you don't know how much dollars you're going to need, how could you plan? How could you actually save for the future if you don't know how much you need? And that's why I love Bitcoin, and that's why we all own Bitcoin and we trade for more Bitcoin. And if you're interested in trading, make sure you head over to bybit.davitarj15.com and sign up there for $4,500 bonus if you deposit enough Bitcoins there. So let's get on to the charts, right? Because if we go down to the lower time frame, right, I mean, like, a lot of things are just like, we can see that Bitcoin is struggling to stay above the 20K, but there is a little bit of a movement upwards. Not much of one, right, right now, but looks like we broke this. That was a trend channel. Let me just remove the Rockin Brainer for now. There was a trading channel on the hourly here. It broke, and we're struggling to get higher, but you can see on the hourly, we just need to stay above 13 EMA, and then we can see this thing pump again. But I think there's going to be a little bit of a sideways action here with a scam wick coming. Bitcoin is probably not going to go pumping right now, but in the coming September months, right, what we're looking for right now is just like this, a little bit of scam wick, and then off we go. A possible pump all the way back up to last resistance, the last possible support that turned into resistance. Yep, there it is. That's it. So that would be the most likely resistance. That's a $22,500 level. You can see that we can probably pump to that. Maybe if we break above that, then we can see this thing continue going higher. But that's where we can see it pump to, but not before we see a scam wick down. Scam wick, you're done, and then off we go. Trading this right now is like you're gonna have to go scalping it. Probably not worth it for most people. If you're interested in buying this for a bigger move and willing to hold, I would suggest you wait for it to break below here. We could probably do extensions from here to there. Yeah, that's a nice one. Yes, you can like start buying just above the 18,858 number amount, and just to start loading up. Now, of course, you will have to set up a stop loss. This is where you start buying just slightly above it. Let's just say the bottom would be there. You want to go get an average like just a little bit higher. So let's just go with the averages. Let's say a little bit higher, like 19.2 is your average, or 19.666. All right, and then you'd go like just a 2% loss off of that. Maximum loss is what you want is 2%. That's 8%. So 2% would be, wow. Okay, not much room for error there, but yes, you can see a 2% loss would be there, and then you could probably take a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio on this, but I'll actually let it run all the way up to to the $22,500 mark, which gives you a 8 to 1, almost a 9 to 1 risk to reward ratio. So yeah, worthwhile taking for the bigger payday with a 2% loss on your wealth. So yeah, that's where I'd start looking hunting buys down here. I would not hunt them up here for long-term buys. And if you do hunt those buys, make sure you do so at bybit.davincij15.com. Yeah, just type in bybit.davincij15.com and I'll take you right there. bybit.davincij15.com, and you get a $4,500 sign-in bonus. So make sure you do that today. Okay, just quickly sign up. Thank you very much. Let's head over to Ethereum and let's see what's Ethereum doing. Again, it's pretty much simple. If we stay above the 13 EMA on the hourly here, we'll continue pumping up to the $1,700 mark. Wouldn't be surprised if it comes up at least there once again to fail. But there'll be a lot of button pressure long before then. So I think we've already hit the pressure as it is. Yes, so there's the resistance right there. And yes, we are resisting it with the 61.8. So this might be a top here. So no guarantees that this thing's gonna roll the pump higher. So yeah, there's a lot of resistance here, and you can see that it stopped here, it stopped here. It's going to be a difficult road for it to break, but it looks like as long as it stays above the 13 AMA, it will. It could have a good chance to do that. But if it fails, yeah, it's probably lights out. 90%. It's a higher percentage that it's lights out, and it's going to be well, not completely lights out, but it's just going to break back down, and then we have to decide when it comes back in this area what it does. Does it bounce off of here and then continue and make some sort of bigger Wing pattern on the longer time frame, right? So is this a cup and handle? Let's just go to the daily, right? We can create some sort of cup and handle. Let's see here. I don't like it being that. I mean, it's still possible. It's just not in a bear market. This kind of cup and handle does not play out well. So just so you know, right? Could create that, but that doesn't play out. This kind of cup and handle does not play out well. In a bear market, what you want to see is that it does something like this and then goes. That's how you want to see it. Not from the first dump, not from the bigger dump. No, you don't want the first W to be from the big dump, right? You don't want it like drawn out like this, because generally it doesn't play out very well. I mean, it can, but it normally doesn't. So you want to look for that kind of W right here after the big dump, and then we can start saying, okay, we're going to see some bigger moves, right? Probably not a whole lot of a very big move, but at least it will be the same size of the W, so we know we'll get up to like, the $2,000 mark once again. So let's see if we can pull that off. Let's zoom in and take a look at the Rockin Brainer, see what it's saying. It's calling for a buy signal on the daily. I would say that this daily buy signal doesn't have enough juice to it, because you can see we're below the 13 EMA. Once we broke down below the 13 EMA, right? We tried to break it again and failed. Sometimes when we're rolling over, we break above the 13 EMA and then it doesn't stay very high. Above the 13 EMA like this, it goes like this, and then breaks like this, and then down. So you can see that right here, right? And then, but of course it did the pump, but yeah, you can see that failed move right here, and it does that quite often. So watch out for that. So I would be careful of that happening in the next little while. So I like the indicators. The indicators say that we're actually turning around. So quite possibly on a daily, we could possibly actually break higher. I'm kind of skeptical, but at the same time, I have to remember that we are coming into the ETH upgrade. And generally, when there's a major fundamental event, prices tend to pump into that fundamental event. So I have to say, even though this thing looks like it's going to be weak, it falls down, I have to say that there's a possibility, especially coming in the next following months, or the following month of September, we're going to see, we could see Ethereum pump heavily and maybe even go past the $2,000 mark into the fundamental event of the triple halvening and the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade. So yeah, that is a distinct possibility. And so you could either try to ride this up, and if you do want to risk that, right, you can. The best thing to do, right, was I would say this would be the bottom should be your stop loss if you want to ride it from here. It's a decent bottom there. That would be your stop loss, and you could always add to your buys as it comes back down, should it decide to come back down. There's no guarantees. I just would not take that trade though. You can, but I would not take it. I would look for something to help you along the way on the lower time frames. And there's no aid here, right? You already missed this W here. Well, you know what? That W might not have completed. Actually, you know what? That W did not complete. But you missed the bolt. But look at that, right up to the almost. Oh wow, 666. How evil! Oh damn! You know they did that on purpose. You know that, most likely. So, anyways, yeah, that's quite interesting. So you take this 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Let's see here, 2-to-1. There you go. All right, we're close to the entry point on this trade, so it's possible to go down to even a lower time frame. This is an hourly, and see if you can catch it going higher. But don't expect much more higher than that, which is close to the $1,700 mark, and that's how you would trade this. Okay. Anyways, remember, if you're interested in Rockin Brainer, you can purchase it at payments.rockinbrainer.io. Links in the description below, and don't forget to join Davitar. Right, I've got some Davitar shirts. I'll be wearing Davitar shirts for the next little while, and make sure you check out my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, where I'll be talking about Davitar over the next few weeks. Also, Davitar is mentioned on NFT Shills. This is a place where, you know what, if you want to list your project, you can list your project here, and soon you'll be able to show off your NFTs. If you hold a bunch of NFTs and you want to show it somewhere, you'll be able to show it right here, right there. Awesome website. Okay, thank you all for watching. Thanks for being here. Remember that, you know, we want to hold Bitcoin. We want to save in Bitcoin because it's the real money. It's the money of the people. No one could take it away from us. No one could scam it from us. It is our money directly to hold. And that's the beauty of it. We have the power of a bank, but we hold it ourselves. That is Bitcoin. Peace.